The journey to happy home is a thing of sacrifice. Do you want happy home? Sacrifice. Do you want happy home? Sacrifice. What's this page called? Successful Marriage and Relationship. When I share the link, I tell people, do you want happy home? Learn how to have a happy home. Listen, having a happy home is not sweet and chewing gum. Though all those ones you will see them. Listen, the journey to happy home is a bag full of lime. Inside the same bag there is lime. Inside that bag there is pepper. Inside the bag there is sweet. Inside the same bag there is meat. In the meat there is bone to crack, and there is flesh that is easy to eat. That's marriage for you. Thank you very much, Maureen. Okay, that's marriage for you. Yes. Have you heard people tell you, yeah, in my marriage we have never quarreled for once? That may be true, but what they are not telling you is that they have learned how to manage situation that it doesn't result into the type of quarrel people expect. It doesn't result into the type of quarrel people know generally. Okay? Do they have misunderstandings? Yes, but they know how to resolve their misunderstanding in a high level of maturity. In a high level of maturity. That's what people will normally fight about, or probably begin to fight each other with words. You will not see it in them. That's maturity. Do you want happy home? Are you watching me right now? Do you want happy home? Are you watching me right now? You are a single person and you are saying, oh God, I want happy home. Be ready to pay sacrifices. Be ready to what? To pay sacrifices. Sometimes some of the sacrifices you will pay is telling your mother, mama, please, I am married right now. We have to be scheduling when you will be coming to my house so that I can have time with my wife. Sometimes when some of the sacrifices you will be paying is your father never joined to clean the house, and you as a man, because you want happy home and you want your wife to be happy. Listen, there is two different things. One thing is for people to live long. You see there are two different type of people we see in marriage. Those that lived long in marriage but went through pains, and those that lived long, that they are together in marriage for a very long time, yet still the woman is telling you the marriage is sweet. These are what? Two different type of people. The fact that you see couples and they are 60 years in marriage, ask questions well. Ask questions well. Some of the people you should learn from. Listen, sometimes we just say, the man has experience. What type of experience does he have? Ask the wife. What have you gone through in this marriage? The wife may just tell you, my brother, my sister, I am just in this marriage because of my children. Those mentalities. And the people you should learn from, those that are old in marriage, you should learn from, is the one you ask the wife, how do you see your marriage? He will say, man, my husband is a good person. I know of a couple back in the days, these two couples, husband and wife, they suffered. They suffered. The man will literally carry everything for the wife. The man will carry everything. You will never see two of them working together and the woman is carrying something, except the man's hand is full. I just came across over time. Recently I came across one of their daughter. I knew when she was born, and I was like, wow, are those people your parents? And she was like, yes. And I was opportune to receive their number, and I called the woman. I said, I remember the two of you. I remember your husband. Where is your husband now? I remember how your husband used to be of help. How your husband will do this. And listen what the woman told me. She said, he is still like that till today. He is what? Still like that till today. This is a man that people in the street, for those that know Edo State in Nigeria, people in Edo State literally laughed at him. They call him woman rapper. You know what woman rapper is? Those people from Edo State and Nigeria, you should understand what woman rapper is. They call him woman rapper because why? He is always there. He's always supporting the wife. Sacrifice. Sacrifice. Do you want happy home? Be ready to pay sacrifice. Sacrifice. God bless you, Natasha. Sacrifice. Sacrifice. Sometimes your husband is the one that is wrong. He's the one doing his head like a Agama lizard. He's the one doing his head like Nigerian NEPA that is not constant. He's the one doing his head. He's the one that even offended you, but yet you still go on your knee and apologize. Doesn't make you foolish. Sacrifice. Sacrifice. Sometimes your wife don't understand. You talk there, you try to make her understand that a woman should be submissive. Instead, she wants you to be submissive. My brother, doesn't make you foolish. Sacrifice. The fact that you are yielding to your wife doesn't make you foolish. Sacrifice. Have you heard over time people say the man is so foolish, he's listening to the wife. He's listening to the wife. Listen, my brother. It is better. Nathan, can I listen? I'm not playing music today. Listen. Have you heard people, they say, the man is so foolish, he's always listening to the wife. Woman rapper. Listen, my people. Listen. It is better for you to listen to your wife and gain happy home than to listen to outsiders and your marriage is destroyed. Yes. It is better for you to listen to your wife and be called stupid, and yet your marriage, you are happy in your marriage, than to listen to outsiders and your marriage is destroyed. Provided you are right with God, you are not making mistakes. Provided you are not making any mistake, in as much as you are not just dancing to their tune. Because there are people that they just want to show your wife that they rule you. They just want to show your wife that they are in charge. They just want to show your wife that she is a visitor. There are people that they are just too stupid. Hey, Akachi, can you let me talk? Please. Yeah, I'm talking. I'm trying to talk with these people now. Yes, let me talk with them, please. Thank you very much. Okay? There are people that they just want to show your wife that she want to show that she's a bending woman. They just want to intentionally. They don't have any connection with you as the man, but they just come to your house. They just braggadoze to tell your wife that they still have say in your life. They have say in your life, my brother. Such people, shun them down. Build your happy home. It's a sacrifice you have to pay. It's what? It's a sacrifice you have to pay. There are people that comes to your life as a woman. They tell you your husband is a fool. Why did you even marry him? Look at the way he talks. Look at the way he's eating. Look at the way he's doing this. Look at the way he bob his head. Look at this. Look at this. There are people that want to make decision in your life to tell your spouse that they have say over your life. My brother, my sister, shut them down. Pay that sacrifice and build your home. Pay that sacrifice and build your home. Okay? In as much as you are not making mistake. Okay? There are some, listen, there are times some women talk out of emotion. Emotion. Because they don't like somebody, they will just be telling you, yeah. In as much as, that's why everybody needs discernment. Marriage is what? Sacrifice. Marriage is sacrifice. You know, sometimes your wife likes when you barb your hair, callus. There is a haircut we call callus back in the days. Callus. When your wife like, listen, stop doing things to please outsiders and your spouse is angry at home. Listen, with due respect, I don't know, I hope they watch it. Somebody told me something. He said initially they said I like it when when you always cut your hair. I like it when you always cut your hair. Do you know what my wife like? You don't know what my wife like. You are making your decision in my life. And if you don't cut your hair like they demand, like they want, they will not be happy with you. They say you look ugly. I better look ugly in your eyes than to look ugly in the eyes of my spouse, in the eyes of my wife. It is very, very important. Your wife don't like beards. My brother cut everything. If she doesn't like beard, she likes them smooth. My brother cut everything. That is the sacrifice you are paying in your marriage. This thing, you know one thing. There are times, there are things we do, and we lead our spouse into temptation. Your wife have told you, I don't like people that barb all their beards. Yet every Friday you carry razor blade. You will never let your beards rest. Every Friday, it's like obituary for the beards. You barb everything, and your wife is telling you I don't like, and yet she's going outside. She's seeing all those guys that arrange their beard. She's admiring them. Lead not your spouse into temptation. Yes, sometimes we lead our spouse into temptation. He tells you, I like your hair when it is full. I like afro. And you are saying, because somebody told you you should always cut your hair. Or even your mother, because your mother told you always cut your hair. Listen, there are areas in marriage you shouldn't listen to your mother. If your mother's decision is contrary to your wife's decision, in as much as it has nothing to do with your destiny, probably based on selfish interest or probably the interest of the eyes, based on the interest of the eyes, because they just want to, because of it is what they like. You are not their husband, you are not their wife. Stop making them happy and your spouse is crying. Stop making them happy and your spouse, and your spouse is crying. Sacrifice. Marriage is sacrifice. Marriage is sacrifice, my brothers. Marriage is sacrifice. Yes, you never saw your father clean the house. Before now, if your father is, back in the days when our father is coming with the car from a distance, maybe 4 kilometers away, even, let's say 2 kilometers, he will blow that horn, pa, pa, pa. There is a way they used to blow that horn that you must know it is your father's car or your father's bike. You will hear it from a distance to make pa, pa, pa. You know daddy is coming. Everybody is running head scatter. Everybody is running here and there. Then your mother that was at peace before, her heart is now beating faster than before. Do you want that kind of life in your marriage? No. Pay a sacrifice of listen men. Don't say I am not like my father. Listen, if you are a man, listen, let me tell you guys this. Everybody hear this. If you are a man, you took from your father 60% of his character. Hear this. No, that one is not correct. Look well. You are not seeing it. You are not focusing on it. That's why you are not seeing it. What I'm saying now, what I'm going to tell you now, sit down. Over time, think about it. Look at yourself. Look at your reactions. You will see what I'm telling you now. Every woman took 60% from their mother. And every man took 60% of their father. Then the 40% may be from your mother or probably from relatives and that. But 60% of what you do, of your lifestyle, of your DNA is from your father. Of the way you react, especially in marriage, is from your father. How do you react towards your children now? I know so many people have shifted from that behavior based on Europe condition. Europe have conditioned so many people that they now shifted from that bad character of their father. Marriage is sacrifice. Marriage is sacrifice. There is a question I always ask. You are a man. You make your wife cry every time. Every time. You make her angry every time. And in the night, you will tell her to lift up her legs. Oh, you get. Are you a witch? How would do your conscience treat you? You are a man. During the day, she's always sad. You have never made her happy. But because your waste ministration has triggered now, your electricity of your brain have started manifesting. In the night, you tell her to lift up her legs, O ye gate, and be lifted up ye everlasting door, that the King of glory may come. No, King of glory, they where you dey. No coming in until I'm happy. That's wickedness. That's wicked. How do you feel? Are you a witch? Sometimes I imagine, with due respect, forgive me please. How do you feel? How do you feel? Such a selfish interest. You are equal to a rapist. Because rapists, they do things based on selfish interest. They are not doing it based on the person is, yeah. Marriage is sacrifice. Marriage is sacrifice. There are things that you have to kill all your pride. You let all your pride die. Sacrifice it. Lay your pride on the cross. Sacrifice it so that your marriage will work. So that your wife will be happy. So that your husband can be happy. Your husband is telling you, I don't like all those Edo club that you are joining. Edo club that is only single mothers that are majority of them. Those in the Edo, in the club are more of divorced people. And you are saying, no, everybody are not the same. You are soon going to join them. Show me your friends and I will tell you whom you are. Marriage is sacrifice. Why is he always about men? Marriage is sacrifice. Why is he? You always talking about husband do this for your wife. Husband do this for your wife. Marriage is sacrifice. Marriage is sacrifice. Marriage is sacrifice. Why is it that a woman must always serve a man? Marriage is sacrifice. Marriage is sacrifice. Why is it that every man now, a man must do this, a man must clean the house, a man must do this, a man must do this. Must I do that? Marriage is sacrifice. Marriage is sacrifice. Do you want happy home? Be ready to pay sacrifice. Be ready to kill your pride. Be ready to what? Let it go. I surrender all to you. Everything I give to you. Withholding nothing. Withholding nothing. I surrender all to you. Everything I give to you. Withholding nothing. Withholding nothing. Marriage is sacrifice. You give it up. You give it up. When you tell somebody I do, you look at the person, you say I want to get married to the person. I love you so much. What does that mean? You said I can give up everything for your sake. I can give up my happiness for your sake. Marriage is sacrifice. Jesus Christ said in the Bible said in the book of Ephesians chapter 5, he said, man, love your wife as Jesus loved the church and gave his life for it. And gave his life for it. You may not give your life, but sometimes give your joy for it. You are eating. You went to the house and you looked at the pot of food. You are a man. You looked at the pot of food. It is the last one. You took it, you eat. What kind of leader are you? You have not considered. You should consider, have my wife eaten? I know she cooked the food, but has she eaten? Have my children eaten? Consider it. Don't always take the last food in the pot as a man. It is an error. Don't always take the last food from the pot. Because consider, you don't know if she have eaten. Even if she have to, except she's the one that brought out the food, then you know she has eaten. But you are just coming home and she was not at home. Don't take the last food. Sacrifice. Sometimes you know she has eaten intentionally. I tell you, in marriage there are levels of eye service. I encourage. I what? Encourage. Intentionally, don't take it. Take a little, just leave a little that can at least give satisfaction. That can at least give satisfaction. When she comes home and tells you, I have eaten, oh, you would have, I said, no, tell her, oh, no, I just left it. Maybe I didn't know how satisfied you were. That's why I left a little. That one we cling in the woman that she love. There are many sweet ways, simple ways you can make your wife love you, make your husband love you. You are eating food with your husband. You carry, this one is far from tradition. This one is what I call respect for each other. Respect for each other. You are eating food together. Nay, don't take the last meat as a woman. Lift small for your husband. Tell him cut for me. Doesn't make you foolish. Doesn't make you a nobody to him. The level of love and respect. He may not say anything, but my wife gets sense. Even if you get married to a white man, she's well trained. Yes. Sacrifice. There are so many things in your family you may have learned that may be okay with your family, but now you got married to somebody else, somebody that doesn't have the mentality you have from your family. Learn to adjust. Now, son, we they do it for our family. This is how we do it in my family. In this marriage, adjust. In this marriage, you must be able to shift from your family. There are so many things your mother may have taught you, your father may have taught you as a man, and you discover it is not helping your marriage. Don't hold on to wrong knowledge. Stop holding on to wrong knowledge. Stop holding on to wrong knowledge. With their own knowledge. Your father may have been operating on that level based on he's a chief. And now you say you have given your life to Christ. I'm a Christian. Stop holding on to wrong knowledge. Okay? Marriage is sacrifice. Sometimes your wife wakes up in the morning and tells you, honey, don't wear this shirt, wear another shirt. And that shirt, you have made up your mind, I want to wear this shirt. For the joy of your wife, for her joy at all, wear the one she's making decision of. For the joy, for her joy at all, wear the one she's telling you. You may not be happy, but she's happy with you. That's the most important thing most times. Most times you are not happy, but the fact that they are happy with that you are listening ear to them, yes, it builds happiness in love, in marriage. It builds happiness. Your husband tells you, I don't like it when you go out with bum shots. You say, you married me like that. You saw me like that and you married me. Who do you this thing? Who do you this thing? They born you. Were you the one that they made bum shot for? Do something. Do things most time simply because of the joy of your spouse. Okay? Simply because of the joy of your spouse. Yes. Simply because of what? The joy of your spouse. When you stop wearing that bum shirt, your spouse will be happy. Yes. Yes. Your husband tells you, stop cutting your eyelashes. Stop cutting your eyelashes. I don't like makeup. As a man, or your husband tell you, I don't like makeup. My sister, start doing natural makeup. Stop doing all those extravagant makeup. For the marriage is sacrifice. Not until we understand these things, we'll begin to say, you begin to enter into marriage with selfish interest. That's what is killing so many marriages. Selfish interest. I, me, and myself. I, me, and myself. I, me, and myself. You did not prepare my food. And you know she came back from work. She's tired. You bewitch. You did not do this for me. You did not wash my clothes. Your hand, they break her. Sometimes let's do things for ourselves. Let's do things in order for our spouse to be happy. The joy of your spouse is very, very important. How happy is your wife? How happy is your husband? With the character, with that nonsense character you are exhibiting, how happy is your spouse? Even when you do some of those things unintentional, listen, there is this level of anger that some men manifest. All this, let me pretend I'm angry. Pretend I am angry. Let's expose the devil so that he will flee from us. Pretend I am angry. Let me pretend I'm angry. And from pretending, you begin to give room for the devil to come in. Pretend. Let me pretend I am angry. That seed comes into you are pretending your wife is talking. You are pretending as if you are angry. Before you know it, from pretend, it becomes reality. Many men